Alright, so these are the Apple AirTags, and to me it's kind of like the most useless Apple product you can own in 2026 until it actually saves you. Let me explain. I've had a few of these laying around for over like a year now, and I've always wanted to make a video about them. So I figured why not answer a few questions I get from some people who have seen me with this. One, what's the point of even getting this in the first place? And two, and even most importantly, what is an AirTag? But first, before I go into all of that, I just want to give you guys a little story, my very own AirTag story. So about 2 weeks ago, I had traveled with my parents to go see my uncle, and on our way back, I got a notification on my phone that my AirTags or my keys were left behind because I had attached my AirTags to my keys. Just like this. Quickly asked my mom because I was pretty certain I had given her my keys to keep for me. She said the keys were not with her. So quickly what I did was to check my Apple Find My app, and yes, my keys were clearly left behind in my uncle's house. Quickly I told my dad my keys were left behind, and I think we need to go back to go get them. But you guys don't believe what my dad said. He said, leave that thing alone. At that point, he did not trust anything I was saying. Leave this thing alone, check the car. Where is the key? It was crazy because I was literally showing you that the keys were literally not even close to us. He clearly did not trust anything I was saying. So after a bit of back and forth with my dad, believe me, it was a lot of back and forth. We eventually went back to my uncle's house. And the best part is that I did not have to ask a single person any question. Have you seen my keys? All I had to do was take my phone, open the Find My app, and use precision finding to literally find exactly where my AirTags were. And that's literally how I found my keys. So even in the first 1 year of owning an AirTag, that was the only time I actually saw me using it, which backs up the claim when I said in the intro that the AirTags are pretty useless, especially if you have one in 2026, until it actually saves you. So the best way I can explain an Apple AirTag to you, it's that it's basically a tracker. So I don't know if you guys have heard of the term the Apple way, but it's basically a term used to define simple things, basic things that other companies and other products would do. But if Apple had their own spin to it, the AirTag to me is just one of those. Because one, you actually have the Find My app on your iPhone and you can actually see its live location. And two, precision finding. And I think that's something I just explained in my story, being able to find the exact location where your AirTags is. It has this ultra band chip that helps you find things that like are in close proximity. But when it's like far away, it basically uses other Apple devices around the AirTag. So let's say someone is just using their iPhone, or maybe their iPhones are in their pockets and it passes by a lost AirTag. It basically just pings the AirTag and sets that location at like its current location. I don't know how this works as a whole. I wish I had like further knowledge on all of this, but this is just from my little knowledge about the AirTags. And yeah, it's pretty sick if you think of it that way. Just imagine the amount of iPhones or the amount of Apple products just scattered around the country, around the world in general, and basically you can never lose your AirTag or whatever your AirTag is attached to, like in my case, my wallet and my keys. So why did I get an AirTag or AirTags, and how am I using them? I am a self-claimed Apple fanboy, and I pretty much saw the AirTag as one of the cheapest Apple products you can actually buy, aside the cables, of course. So right now I have my AirTag attached to my wallet. This is a wallet I got from Amazon. If you want something like this, I'm going to link it down in the description. And I also attached it to my keys. These were the keys that got missing. So basically using these two, I basically know where my wallets are and where my keys are. I still have one inside the pack because I did get the 4-pack. So far, there's one inside, and I think I get one to my brother to like track his car or something. So the AirTag basically has a ton of use cases, but to me, it's pretty much just for my love for Apple products and then for peace of mind, especially when it comes to traveling. I pretty much use public transportation every time I travel to school. And there's this thing about just knowing that your luggage is still in the car when you are leaving, the same way you put it. It's just peace of mind, because sometimes you could actually put your luggage at the back of the car, and maybe due to like them trying to sort things out or trying to arrange things, your bag gets like left behind. Before I had an AirTag, I could be in the car and I am still struggling to find, looking at the back to see where my luggage is. I just want to make sure everything is intact or it's even following me. So having an AirTag is like the best thing, because just slide one into my bag, and then if the car starts to move and I check my AirTags and I see that my AirTags are moving with me, then I know we're safe. But if I do see that I have gone a little bit and my AirTags are still behind, I can quickly just tell the driver, please stop, my bags are left behind. You might wonder, how do you know that? AirTags. So how much does an AirTag cost? I got the 4-pack and this was around $100. It does go down to like $80. I think $79.99 most times on sale. But I think an individual AirTag cost about $29 or $30 for short. And of course, if you don't have an iPhone, if you don't have any Apple device, or you basically don't even like the Apple ecosystem, then I don't see any reason why you should get an AirTag. You can just go for alternatives. If you have an iPhone, if you have any other device, the AirTags are just no-brainers. And like I said, they are pretty much useless until you actually need it. And for the price, I feel like it's something you can just get, especially if you can afford it. Just get it, forget about it, and you'll be good. So, are the Apple AirTags worth buying? I would say kind of. Kind of in the sense that, like I said, even from the intro, I think this whole video boils back to exactly what I said in the intro. They are pretty much useless for the most part. Like literally owning this, you could own this for a year and never actually get to use it or to actually see a need for it, especially if you're someone who never loses stuff. I think I basically know where everything I have, like where they are. But if you're someone who like forgets things, you literally don't even remember where you kept things, I think the AirTags are no-brainers, or any form of tracker. They are basically no-brainers for you to just get. But if you're someone who basically never forgets anything, just think about it. It's something you can get and just forget about it. Because like I said, it's useless until you actually need it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for this video. What are your thoughts about the AirTags? Do you have any questions? Let me know down in the comments. I'll be sure to answer. If you have an AirTag, would love to know your experience with one. Let me know down in the description. Let me know down in the comments, and yeah, love to just share your experience with something like this. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next video.